How does a man feel about your weight? Now, I would say grab your popcorn, but you probably shouldn't be doing that because you're going to put butter and salt on it. Make sure you're sitting down somewhere. Make sure you're not operating any heavy machinery. Make sure you're not in a situation where you might jerk the wheel off of what I say and run into oncoming traffic. Make sure you're not operating with any sharp objects. All right, let's get into this. So when a man thinks about a woman, when he fantasizes about a woman, when he dreams about a woman, she is not fat. She is not overweight. She is not obese. She might be thick. But we all know there's a very fine line between thick and fat, but I'm not even going to get on that. But what I'm trying to explain to you guys is a man's ideal woman, she is not out of shape. In the same way, most women want a guy who's in shape. Men want a woman who's in shape as well. So there's a peak of desire that a man has. It's masculine, it's sexual, and I'm trying to persuade you guys and let you guys know the truth that most men are not sexually attracted to fat women. Hate to go there, but what do you see on our billboards? I'm going to argue that it's not an expression of, oh, that's what they taught us that we should like. No, it's not just that. It's something innate that men have in them. Men, we like women a certain way. And if you're not that way, I'm sorry. You don't make the cut. Now, I'm not trying to excuse our behavior per se. I'm just trying to explain to you guys that this is just how it is. Explaining something is not excusing it. I'm just telling you the reality of the situation. Now, as a woman, it's not that hard to get in shape. It's really not. All you got to do is pay somebody like me $100 a month, $200 a month. We can even do it online. I will literally sit here and give you a plan. You can go to any coach. You can pay an amount of money, do the work, and in 6 months you will be there. So how does a man feel when he looks at a woman who's not in shape? You want to hear the funny story? He doesn't see her. You do not exist to him. So, you do not exist to him. But let's just say you already got him. Let's just say he is your man, right? There's two scenarios I can think of. The one is you were in shape at a time and now you're not. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you're married, okay. The other scenario 2, is you're not in shape. Let's work with scenario number 1. Scenario number 1, you're out of shape, but you weren't like that before. You were in shape at a time. The man goes through a crisis in his mind that he won't tell you about because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. He knows that your weight is of value to you, which is the paradox in itself, because if it was so much of a value, you would actually care about taking care of yourself. But he knows that. But he's just tortured in his mind because he has to deal with the fact that you're gaining and gaining and gaining. And every couple of months, it's another chin added to your neck. Or more and more rolls, and the diameter as to which he has to stretch his hands, it becomes wider and wider. And the hugs, when he used to do this, he can't do it anymore for fear of his spinal cord. All these things, they start to stress him out. He starts to feel helpless. Now, here's what I'll say. It's not necessarily it's not your fault for him not saying anything to you. He should have the courage to say something to you. And I'll give you an example. It was really, really, really hard to me. And this is after me knowing the girl I was with for a long, long time for me to say something. But I told her eventually. I said, you know what? You know I care about you. But I'm embarrassed to be around you. You are not in shape. What does it look like? Me. Look at these. All right, I'm not going to go there. What does it look like? Me. Going out with somebody like you. It's out of order. It's it's almost like a laughing stock in a way. It's embarrassing. Because as much in shape as I am, I'm with the woman who's not pregnant, who's fully capable, but actually just doesn't care enough about me to want to get in shape. Or at least stay in shape, because I'm in scenario number one. She used to be, man, I'm telling you, like, when I met her, man. But then towards the end, it was like, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. What else? Do you really expect a man to be sexually attracted to all of the extra stuff you got on you that's not even supposed to be there? Do you expect a man to be attracted to you breathing harder for no reason? And then on the flip side, I don't understand. Like, you guys fantasize about the same stuff generally that we do. Somebody who's in shape, right? But it doesn't make sense to me. In your head, do you have your ideal body, or are you just as big? Like, you mean to tell me that a man has to risk his whole so you mean to tell me that a man has to risk his whole spinal posterior chain trying to swing you around and take you to the beach and hold you and have him on his back? No, he will be in the hospital. You will have to pay for his chiropractor bills. Like, anyways, let me get back to it. How else does he feel? He's no longer attracted to you. It's like you're playing with fire now, because now you're dealing with the man's attraction, and once he loses attraction for you, you almost can't even get it back. It's possible, but it's darn near impossible. He used to view you as an 8 in his head, and now you're like a 6. Why? Because you're not taking care of your own body. It's the only one you got. He starts to lose respect for you. Why? Because you don't care about your body. You don't even care about him to care enough about your body. You don't want to make him feel good by you feeling good about you being in shape. It's like the level of respect, it just goes down. He loses respect, he loses attraction, he becomes embarrassed, he's less sexually attracted to you, all this stuff. He starts to feel bad for you, pity. Why? Because, like, yeah, she does have a lot of work on her hands, and yeah, she does work long hours. But that's the thing, like, his pity is not justified, because all you gotta do is replace the ho-hos and the Captain Crunch with some celery, some salads, less bread. It's not that hard. I'm sorry. It's not that hard. But let's go to the second scenario. You're with a guy and you already like that. There's 2 options. There's only 2 that I can think of. Either 1, he doesn't care about it, which is a 1 out of 100 men. You got a rare one. Or 2, he's only settling from you, and he settled from the get. Meaning he understood that he was going to take a L, and he might have liked your personality, or you guys might have knew each other, and he just wanted to give you a chance. But I'm telling you right now, he is not happy as he could be around you if you were in shape. So he's always going to carry that in the back of his mind about the fact that you're fat, or at least he perceives you to be. And it's not good, I'm telling you right now, because he doesn't hold you in high regard in his mind or amongst his friends. So how is he going to treat you? He's not going to have that much drive towards you. He's not going to really want to be that much around you. And I know it'll be hard to discern, because we're just sexual creatures, you know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do when we got to do it. It don't necessarily matter what you look like at the time. And it makes it that much easier if we have a bond with you. Because if we have a bond with you, then it's like there's familiarity, all that stuff. It's like, then we can be more sexually expressive. So it's that. But at the same time, you are not our ideal woman. We're only just going with the flow and being in the motions at the time because we have needs. It's not necessarily because we aspire to, like, go home and, dang, like, I can't wait because she's so, no. But that's how you want your man to be. So I'm going to ask you this question. Don't you want a man to be as into you as you are into him? Don't you want to have an elevated amount of attraction and desire towards each other? Now, I'm not saying that this is the focal point and this should be the center. You know, you guys always wanting to do each other. I'm not saying that should be the center of it, but I'm saying, don't you at least want that to be a pillar of it? Why not? If the goal of getting that way is so closely attainable, all you got to do is spend a couple of $100 and do as you're told with a fitness trainer, a personal online coach like me, or anybody. Pick anybody. And you can get that way in 6 months to a year. All you got to do is just stick with it and do as you're told. You don't even have to think about it. You got the money for it because you spend it on Starbucks. You spend on it. Take all the weight that you're using to get yourself fat and put that into getting yourself in shape. You see? And this is why a man starts to lose respect, because like, I remember one time I was in the car with my girlfriend at the time, and I was just watching her tear these freaking fish tacos up. And I was like, that's kind of gross. She's really throwing down. She's getting down with the get down right now. And I was like, dang, my girlfriend's fat. And I had to sit there and literally be present with that feeling. Now I know you guys might say, oh, well, you're shaming me, and why should women have to get in shape? Why should women have to take care of their own bodies? Why should women make sure that they're going to be there for their kids in a longer age in life? Why should women selfish, entitled women? I hope none of you guys are like that, or hopefully you guys can get out of that state of mind. Because that's like saying, you guys shouldn't incel shame. You guys shouldn't shame men who don't have any prospects, any aspirations in life. They just want to stay home and slap the salami and play video games. Why are you guys shaming them? You should shame men like that, because men like that are not going anywhere in life, and they're not going to be anybody in life. We want men to be leaders. We want our women to be in shape. Is it that hard to ask? It's really not. Man, I got so much to say about this. There's more. It gets deeper than that. But look, y'all, I'm making this video to inspire you guys, not necessarily hurt your feelings. And there's a lot of overweight people in my mind and in my Facebook and on my IG that I'm thinking of when I'm saying this. But instead of me calling you guys up and yelling at your ear and hurting your feelings even more, maybe you can watch yourself get cut deep on this video. But it'll help you, because this is your homework, this is your homework, this is your homework, this is your homework. 2 parts. If you're with a man, just ask him, would you feel better if I was in shape or out of shape? And any man who says he likes you better when you're out of shape, he's an idiot. He's a dingbat, and you should get rid of him, or you should seriously question that relationship. Because any man who wants you to have a lower health span, because any man who wants you to have a lower lifespan because of your lack of integrity on your diet and because you're not caring about yourself, you should really question that man in that area and whether he's wise enough. Because if he's fat himself, then yeah, he might say something stupid like that, because misery loves company, or fatness loves familiarity or something. I don't know. But look, any man who really wants to be honest with you, he will tell you, you know what? If you were in shape, babe, I'm telling you, like, if you were in shape, I might even worship you. Because that's just how we were built. That's how we were made to be. We were made to have that desire and that freaking drive to want to hunt women like that. But not all of us have it at the time. But if you were in shape, you might even inspire him to get in shape. You might even inspire him to step up as a man. See, it goes far beyond this. The other part of the homework is this. You need to go, it's time. You got to do something about your weight. It's not acceptable. It is not acceptable. And if you're 30, 40, 50, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, if you're in shape and your body is right, men will literally fly you out to their country, or they'll come see you. They will give their freaking goats to your family, your father. They will do whatever they gotta do. If you're in shape, men will flock to you. It's not that hard. It's 6 months to a year. So I'm done with the video. Peace.